That wagon has to be out of here before his lordship returns.
It was nice. Good food and drink. Lots of guests. Not enough pretty girls for my liking, though. It's a lot better here in Trotsky.
Let's hope the bride doesn't hear you.
Why wouldn't they when it's true? It'll be bad, I tell you.
I don't know. Seems to me it's always the same. Bad.
Well, it'll be even worse. Look, there's a rabble running rampant over the countryside.
You've no business here, vagabond.
Master philosopher.
It's clear as a bell. Everything was fine.
It was nice. Good food and drink. Lots of guests. Not enough pretty girls for my liking. It's a lot. It was nice. Good food and drink. Lots of guests. Not enough pretty girls for my liking, though. It's a lot better here in Trotsky.
Let's hope the bride doesn't hear you. She might take offense.
So you're talking about someone you have no... what's it? No personal experience with?
Well, best to drop it. Unlike my opinion about their magic, someone like this
No wonder they get upset.
He might not be so hard on folk if they tried a little harder. You know, Master...
It was nice. Good food and drink. Lots of guests. Not enough pretty girls for my liking.
How's life treating you?
Not too bad, but I've got so much to do. I'd have to split myself in two to get it all done on time.
Well, why don't you take on a young apprentice to help you out?
Sure, but where could I find a decent apprentice?
Oh, please. People are always asking me if you're looking for help. But they're never good enough.
Good food and drink. Lots of guests. Not enough pretty girls for my liking. It's a lot better here in Trotsky.
Let's hope the bride doesn't hear you.
Sacre.
But I didn't speak with him.
Did he seem off to you?
All them bookworms seem off to me. Although it's true, he was looking a bit... How can I put it? Absent?
I met him a few times while I walked at the town. Almost every time I met him, he was fired up.
That's that. Good day. God be with you.
I heard you're in need of money, friend.
Aye, true
Go
enough.
away.
I need to pay
No
the
one wants
tithe
any
and
tramps
give something
around
to the
here.
church for my father's requiem mass.
Isn't it a bit early for that? It's ages till 10 minutes. It was nice. Good food and drink. Lots of guests. Not enough pretty girls.
And make sure there's a goose in sauce prepared. And that it's not too sweet like the last time. Oof. God, starting up again. When that's all done, let the maids get stuck into cleaning, so you don't show me up in front of his
Hey! You've no business here! Are you looking to steal something?
Villain's disappeared. Someone's
Arrest
broken
him,
in.
my
Easy
God!
now. I surrender.
You can't say you weren't warned. You can't just loiter around on other people's property. You'll pay up and show me whether you stole anything. Otherwise, we'll deal with your unruliness in the pillory.
and make sure there's a goose in sauce prepared. And that it's not
I can't pay. I don't have enough money.
In that case, the pillory awaits.
starting up again.
Look, can you keep a secret?
What are you talking about? What secret?
Look, we're both men, aren't we?
Where are you going with this? You're testing my patience.
It's like this. Yesterday, I met this pretty girl. She makes yarn. And you know what they say about girls who work with spinning wheels?
No? What?
They're really good in bed.
That's a good one.
Well, this yarn spinner, she was very afraid her mother would find out we planned on meeting. So she gives me these complicated directions on where to meet her. At high noon, I stood at the shadow of the tallest linden tree, and step by step, I set out. Then all of a sudden, I look around and realise I have no idea where I am. The girl's nowhere to be seen, and people are yelling at me. That girl made a right fool of me.
That's what you get for thinking with your prick.
Aye. I've had enough embarrassment for one lifetime. Can't we just let this one slide?
All right then. I'll turn a blind eye just this once.
So Otto will be back any time. So make sure everything's in order. I don't want to see any hiding here. Oh, it's killing me again. When that's sure those liverwursts are well roasted, so they're crisp on the outside.
You're not allowed here!
Nothing half cooked. Oh, just talk.
Creeping around where you don't belong!
What was Lord Zenning's wedding like?
It was nice. Good food and drink. Lots of guests.
I finished hauling the sacks. What now?
How should I know? They told me to think up some job for you, so you wouldn't be idle. So if you want to pass the time, go ahead, but do it sensibly.
Well, if you really don't have anything for me, I'll just idle around then.
That'd suit you, eh? None of that. Only, what to do with you? I've only got work in the forge, and that's a craft. An art, you could say.
I'm a blacksmith too, even if I don't look the part right now.
Oh, really?
Aye. My pa was a blacksmith, a respected one.
Then you might actually be some use to me. At least I wouldn't have to work my fingers to the bone all the time. I'll tell you what, go to the forge. The fire's gone cold. I haven't had much time for, well, the trade. So fire it up and make some horseshoes for Kabat. He's our groom. Always bothering me that you don't have shoes for the horses. And there's only one nag stabled here now that his lordship's away with his men.
All right. How many should I make?
How many legs does a horse have?
4.
Smart lad. We've got one horse. That's 4 times 1. But Kabat's already got 3. So that's 4 minus 3, which is...
1. All right.
You'll find everything you need in the trunk in the forge. It's there, past the gate.
All right. But I was told not to go there.
And now I'm telling you to go. And when it's done, bring it to me to check so you don't make me look bad. Off you go. Lads, this here
Where's that fool of a blacksmith? That damn wretch! Like always, he loiters around here all day, and when you need him, he vanishes like the wind. Where's that fool of a blacksmith? That miserable blacksmith. Where is he now? Like always, he loiters around here all day, and when you need him, he vanishes like the wind.
I beg you and the guardian angel to take care of your good servant, Captain Thomas. Thomas is a virtuous, faithful, and good Christian. I beg you heal him, and all other soldiers of Christ.
Where's that fool of a blacksmith?
The first bell. Another 11 to go.
Like always, he loiters around here all day, and when you need him, he vanishes like the wind. Like always, he loiters around here all day, and when you need him, he vanishes like the wind.
This is going to take a while yet.
Crucifix! Where's that blacksmith?
He laid down his life for our sins. I beg you and the guardian angel to take care of your good servant, Captain Thomas. Thomas is a virtuous, faithful, and good Christian. I beg you heal him and all other soldiers of Christ.
That miserable blacksmith. Where is he now?
This is almost
Like
done.
always, he loiters around here all day, and when you need him, he vanishes like the wind.
And that's it.
Where's that fool of a blacksmith? That miserable blacksmith. Where is he now? Crucifix! Where's that blacksmith?
About that horseshoe.
Well, did you get it done?
Yeah. Here.
Well, what are you standing around here for? I told you to take it to Kabat.
No. You told me to bring it and show it to you.
You're a smart one, eh? Well, now I'm telling you to go to Kabat with it. He's our groom. Most likely he'll be idling by the upper stables, the grouch. Just between the two of us, he's a very unpleasant fella. Unlike me.
I can't wait.
What was Lord Benny's wedding like?
It was nice. Good food and drink. Lots of guests. Not enough pretty girls.
I brought you those horseshoes. I mean, horseshoe.
That took long enough. I've only got one horse here and I've got nothing to shoe him with. And you know who gets in the shit over it?
You?
Exactly. Mistakes are punished here. So either I'd end up reduced to beggary, or I'd have to go back to what I was doing before. And I wouldn't like that.
What did you do before?
You're a bit inquisitive, ain't you?
Well, I get the feeling you're actually proud of it.
Let's just say I haven't always made an honest living. Is that enough for you?
Sure. I wouldn't want to be rude.
Very wise.
Do I get something for those horseshoes?
Hey, I've no time for jokes. I've only got one horse here, but even so.
I'll be going then.
So run along, and next time, put some effort into it.
What was Lord Benny's wedding like?
It was nice. Nice. Good food and drink. Lots of guests.
The second toll for Hans.
Why the long face?
Oh, I've just got this nasty premonition.
What premonition?
I've got a barrel of ale at home. I'm afraid it will go bad.
That's what you said last week. And the one before that. It's good for you. Pickled cabbage drives out the black bile and puts your fluids in balance. What fluids? Saturn and Jupiter. Bad calculation of numbers. That churns up the black bile and makes you ill. You idiot. You've been hanging around with Miller Crazel again, haven't you? And what if I have? Still wouldn't be impressed, would you? Really? Aye. Take my advice.
What am I to do with this? Completely useless. Fuck! The Lord be with you. What do you need?
I was told to come and ask you for a job.
Nice timing. Do you know anything about carpentry?
No, blacksmithing is more my field.
Ah, well, that's handy. I got the job of fixing up this here scaffold, so it don't collapse when we hang that poacher. But the whole thing is fucked. I need a good carpenter's axe. There's one broadaxe in the shed, but it's as blunt as a file. Of course, Osina didn't find time all year to hone the thing.
But that poacher is innocent.
An innocent poacher? But that's nothing to do with me. My job is to make sure it don't collapse when he swings.
I could help you with that.
You could? Well, that'd be great. Go and get it from the shed, sharpen it, and bring it back to me.
Sure thing. The third toll. I better get moving.
celebration is over and done with. Everything's going well. I'm in fine fettle. It's almost...
Here it is. Hope it's good.
Sharp as a skinning knife. Nice. Without your help, the scaffold could well collapse under that poacher. And nobody wants that.
And isn't it all the same whether he hangs or gets crushed by fallen timber?
Certainly not. For one thing, it would be a disgrace, because someone would have to finish him off. And no one wants to dirty their hands with that. And more importantly, I'd have to rebuild the damn thing all over again. You can't imagine how that would spoil my day.
I think I can, actually.
Anyway, thanks. I can't afford to fuck things up today. The Chamberlain is as tetchy as the devil.
Isn't he always?
Yeah, but even more today. Anna the laundress said he's got bellyache. Everyone is avoiding him like the plague.
Uh-huh. Would you happen to know how I can get into the Maiden?
And what would you want in there?
I want to pray in the chapel. And they don't want to let me in.
The chapel, eh? Well, I'll be damned. I know one hand by the name of Binyak that wanted into the castle too, but for a damn different reason.
And did he succeed? In getting in, I mean?
Aye, he did. He climbed down into the well in the courtyard. See, there's caves under Turkey, and the well ain't actually a well, but an underground pool in one of them caves. And from there, you can get to the dungeons, and then into the Maiden.
Oh, he sounds bold.
Oh, aye, but they still caught him and gave him a whipping. And when they found out how he done it, they took the cleats out of the well wall.
What does that mean?
That the next Binyak would have to jump in and not climb down. I wouldn't fancy that.
Indeed. What was Binyek after in the castle?
A certain buxom chambermaid who wouldn't give him what he was after in the hay and wanted a fine feather bed.
I'll be going.
Aye, I've got to get back to work too. Farewell, my friend.
See you soon.
Safe travels.
Anyone noticing?
Exactly. And that's not all. The dead man had a gold chain round his neck. Can you believe it? Someone bumped him off and didn't even look at him.
Excuse me.
How's life treating you?
Not too bad. But I've got so much to do.
This is that well that Calder mentioned.
Done on time.
Why don't you take on a young apprentice?
Ah, shit. Oh, this was a bad idea. But it seems I won't drown, at least. The bell's ringing for Hans the 5th time. Hans! Are you there?
Henry! Is that you? You've got to get me the fuck out of here. They want to hang me.
Yes. Unfortunately, that's true. They're building a scaffold in the courtyard.
Oh, Jesus Christ! You've got to find that Captain Thomas, who can testify who we are.
I know. But they took him during the night up to the chapel in the Maiden Tower. They won't let me in there.
Jesus! Why do I have to have such rotten luck? Christ's wounds.
Don't blaspheme. A person in your shoes can't risk that.
It's all the same. How did you get in here anyway? Did they let you come and see me?
Oh, not exactly. I shouldn't be here. And if they catch me, the game's up.
That's not good. There's a guard just around the corner watching the jail.
Can you try and distract him? I'll hide in the meanwhile.
Sneak into the torture chamber opposite. It's empty now, fortunately.
Ringing for Hans the 5th time.
In the brewery at noon, it's merry as a tap room. Merrily the boys all gather, singing in the back room. Merrily the boys all gather, singing in the back room. And now the sun is lowering into
Shut
sleep
up.
until the morning. Jolly lads from all around.
Shut up! Do you hear me? Shut your mouth!
I was just singing to pass the time.
I don't give a fuck. There'll be no singing here. This is a jail, not an ale house.
Yes, and there's better acoustics here. Besides,
Make sure those liverwursts are well roasted.
What was I just thinking about?
What's that sound? Everyone to me. You there!
Pardon me for disturbing you, miss.
If you want to pray, go somewhere else. The chapel is closed. Unless you're a priest. Which I presume you're not.
No, I'm not. My name is Henry.
I'm Adela, Thomas's sister. What is it you want, Henry?
I need to talk to your brother.
No chance of that. He's been lying in a fever for 3 days, and the surgeon is away with Sir Otto. Unless he returns soon, Thomas won't be talking to anyone ever again.
Oh, Christ. But this is a matter of life and death. Thomas is the only one who can testify to what happened.
Yes! It's a matter of life and death for my brother. I want him to rest. Besides which, he's delirious and can't tell you anything.
What actually happened to him?
They were attacked by bandits by the pond. His mare, Arrow, brought him home. He was completely out of it. And little wonder, the way he was hacked up. If the surgeon was here, he'd be in his care. Some of his wounds have healed, but now he has a fever. He's been bedridden for 3 days.
I'm sorry. Maybe I could help somehow?
The only one who can help now is the priest. And I don't want to sound gloomy, but all he can do is pray too. Just the same as me.
Where's the physician?
He's with Lord von Berghoff. When Thomas started to get feverish, he left some concoction for him. He was only meant to be gone for a while, but it seems they got stuck somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, the concoction ran out, and we don't have any other physician here.
I'm not a physician, but I could try and brew that concoction. It can't hurt to try. Do you know what it was brewed from?
If I knew that, I'd have brewed it myself. Not even our surgeon knows. He does everything according to his books. He uses some medical manuscript, whether he's treating people or livestock.
And where is this book?
How should I know? Probably in his chambers, in the Crone.
I'll have a look there then.
But no one is allowed there.
I'll figure it out somehow.
Why do you want to help us?
Out of Christian charity.
Don't joke with me.
The world needs some goodness. After all, you must have had a good reason for dragging Thomas up all those stairs. Sometimes it pays off to try and get closer to heaven.
Are you trying to tell me that you're a priest?
No, I'm not. But God moves in mysterious ways.
Yes, you're right.
I'll get going then. I don't have much time, and neither does Thomas.
Go. And thank you. Hold on. I'm just going to clean it.
On the right, Yannick.
Don't worry. You'll be fine. It's all right. You'll be fine.
The 6th bell. Half the time is up. The 6th bell. Half the time is up.
Hmm? I heard it here. I heard it coming from here.
Hey! You've no business here. Are you
Nothing,
looking to
I
steal
suppose.
something?
Don't worry. I'll have a look. Did he take anything?
I'll bear it in mind. But I'm not going anywhere with you. What would I be looking for there anyway? Hey?
Must have been looking for something. Ooh, what's
Stop where you are! We're after you! Give up!
Who stinks here?
What was Lord Benny's wedding like?
It was nice.
I said surrender!
Food and drink.
Easy! I surrender!
Enough pretty girls.
I've got it in for you, scum. You're that bastard who's been snooping around on other people's property. I'll have none of that. You'll pay a fine and then you'll show me what you've stolen.
Look, can you keep a secret?
What are you talking about? What secret?
Look, we're both men, aren't we?
Where are you going with this? You're testing my patience.
It's like this. Yesterday, I met this pretty girl. She makes yarn. And you know what they say about girls who work with spinning wheels?
No. What?
They're really good in bed.
That's a good one.
Well, this yarn spinner, she was very afraid her mother would find out we planned on meeting. So she gives me these complicated directions on where to meet her. At high noon, I stood at the shadow of the tallest linden tree, and step by step, I set out. Then all of a sudden, I look around and realise I have no idea where I am. The girl's nowhere to be seen, and people are yelling at me. That girl made a right fool of me.
That's what you get for thinking with your prick.
Aye. I've had enough embarrassment for one lifetime. Can't we just let this one slide?
All right then. I'll turn a blind eye just this once.
Here before?
I'm here to help.
God bless. Greetings to you, friend. Uncle.
With the charcoal. Sinner, the blacksmith is your uncle.
Aye. I'll see now.
So you're...
Greetings.